Take two. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. Hey, for those of you who told me to use my SIM card, I have a SIM card in this phone, and I got onto the limited ability that I have on these things, and I looked at it, and it has nothing stored on it. So all my film is storing to the phone. I looked to see how do I store the film to the SIM card, and I can't figure it out. I have a Motorola Android. So if you know that, that would be cool. Gonna continue the series on bugging out. Wow, I guess we're gonna go over here. And look out your bug out route planning. The first thing you need for your bug out route planning is a launch point. From where do you think you're going to leave your home and go to your bug out location? For most people, that is the home, right? So day to day, somebody's at work, somebody's at school, somebody's shopping, somebody's at the neighbors, whatever. All our stuff is at home, right? And so when we launch, we're going to all meet up at home and then launch from there. So the first thing you need is routes from wherever you typically are to home. Work to home, shopping to home, school to home. How many routes do you need? Several. Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Primary is typically the route you take every day when you do it. The easiest, fastest route. Many times that'll work. But if that doesn't work, if the road's closed off, if for whatever reason, authorities closed it off to a tree fell across the road, you're going to have to go a different way. The time to figure out that other way, yep, now, right? Figure that stuff out now, because you're going to have enough on your mind. These are my annoying guineas. I'll let you look at them. Anybody want one? Kidding. So have several routes to your home. That should be easy. The next part is from your home, which is your launch point typically. You could pick another launch point. You know, if everything's stored at the you store it place, maybe everybody links up there and you go from there. Or if we're going as a crew, as a team, as a mag, maybe we're all meeting up at Trevor's place, and then we all go from there as a convoy. Okay, so for wherever your launch point is, you got to figure out how to get there and have multiple routes planned. Now, from that launch point, let's say we're going to Aunt Millie's farm. We're going to live at Aunt Millie's farm when we bug out. Okay, you need several routes to get to Aunt Millie's farm. Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. And again, primary is the most direct and fastest route. Get out of town, get on the interstate, switch to the other interstate, take exit 385, go up Main Street, turn left on Pearl, you know, whatever. That's your primary route. Your alternate route should avoid potential problems with your primary route. What could those be? Well, maybe you're normally going to go right through the city on the interstate, but now there's some kind of huge jam, traffic jam or whatever, and the city itself becomes an obstacle. You're here, you want to go here, and you got a city in the middle that you were going to zip through or zip right around on the Beltway. Well, something's happened. Maybe you got to avoid that city. Well, in that case, you're going here, you're taking County Road 385 up here, you're going to catch on, you know, this road, come down here, and then you're coming into Aunt Millie's from the north. You should already know that now. How do you find that route? And the other routes, right? Well, the first thing is you look at them on a map. I like Google Maps. You can get on Google Maps and you can play with it, you can blow it up, you can shrink it down, you can do all those things. And once you find a route that you think works out, you ought to just print it out, print out the map. And what I like to do on that, I would show you mine, but OPSEC, bro. You have one map that shows, here you are at your home, here's Aunt Millie's. It's all on the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And then here's the major roads, and you highlight it with a highlighter. And then wherever you have switches from, you know, this road to this interstate, you have a blow-up map that shows that intersection. And that'll be page 2. And then the next intersection here where you're going around the city or through the city, you have a blow-up of the city, and that's page 3, and you show your route around that. Hard copy. I know you have GPS on your phone. I know that you can just do it and the person will say, turn left in 1 mile. Yeah, now, while it's working, but it might not work. Your phone might not work. Your car could still work and your phone not work. These things happen, and so you need hard copy maps. And if you're probably younger than 30, you need to know how to read a map, right? And use a map, not just wait on Alexa to tell you what to do. So start practicing. But get out your maps and pick your most likely, your best guess at an alternate route. Now what am I going to tell you to do? Drive it to confirm it. You may think this is your alternate route, and then you figure, oh, I can skip this right here and come down. And then that will become your alternate route. So yeah, you got to get out and drive it. Yes, there's work in preparedness, and there's work in preparing to bug out. How good do you want to be? So yeah, go test your alternate contingency and emergency routes. Have maps showing the whole course. And so what I have is a 3-ring binder to each bug out location that we have. And in that binder, in document protectors, because I'm old school, the first one is the overall map. Flip that. Then I have my, like I said, my zoom ins on certain key points and alternates on there. And I've got primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency routes in all these maps, so that I can just take that and go. I don't keep it in my car. But I can take that and go, and it has all the different places that I'm going to. What else do you have to have on those maps? Danger areas, choke points, potential problems that you may want to check out. Things like a bridge across the Mississippi River. Something like a major highway interchange where 70 and 35 come together. Things like a town that you have to go right through the middle of, the bad section of Memphis that you have to drive through, or St. Louis, East St. Louis, you know. My primary route is through East St. Louis. Okay, you better work on some alternates, because that may not be tenable, right? But you want to identify those and mark those on your maps. I love different highlighters, different colors and things like that as potential problem areas. These are places where you might want to have the intelligence ahead of time. That could be something as simple as a pair of binoculars that you keep in your car. We do. We have a binocular in every set of vehicles that you can pull up on